Welcome back to Just Take 3. I've had a question all day of what would I pick as my favorite sets in the last 2 years of Magic the Gathering. I figured it would have been one set, would have been number one, and so this list is my top three. So there's a honorable mention right here was Dominaria. It got beat out. I figured it would have been number one, to be truthful. But it just did not make it there. It just didn't. It come down to I just needed one card. And so I'm going to have right in here Dominaria Unite, a box, this float. So I just really would have thought that would have been in at least the top three. But I nitpicked everything so hard all the way through. I didn't really give it a chance to win because, man, I bought 2 boxes in the past. And, you know, they're in my box, my Swords box, my bulk. And it just really didn't work that way. I still need one card, but I think I'll just buy it single. You know, a single card purchase. That's probably the smartest way if you're buying singles anyway. Because then you know you're going to get exactly what you want. And out of a booster box, you're not guaranteed nothing. So any new people watching, that's very good advice. You're not guaranteed to get none of these cards out of a booster box. And you're not guaranteed to get even a few of the commons, uncommons, and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason what really drove this question to come to light. So, my third place. I really didn't think it would have hit third place. Figured at least second place. And I nitpicked it to a point where I had to put Lost Caverns of Ixalan in third place. I'll have it floating right here. And the reason why, it just come down to one reason, is how they done the Jurassic Park cards. They only had them in collector boxes and set boxes. And you couldn't get none of them in draft. So that ultimate what really affected it from number 3 or number 2. Sadly, I did not see that coming. I really did. So, talking about what actually did make it to box number 2. In second place, I'm a little surprised it made it to that. And that's Phyrexian All Will Be One. There's so many wonderful cards in that set. The playability alone, a lot of them was worth some money, like the doubling token and stuff like that. I traded mine in, but it was like 25, $30. It was worth if you pull the B side for it. Alice Norm was worth pretty good. So, when it really just comes down to, would I buy this set again? The answer is yes. Every one of them in the top 3, I would want to buy another booster box of it. And that's really just what it comes down to. The booster box, would I want to rebuy? And for this answer, it's yes. So, moving on to the number 1 place, the gold medal, to say, would have to be, hands down, for me, I could go to any local LGS this summer in 2024, and I know they're going to have it on the shelf, and that's Outlaws of Thunder Junction. There's so many good cards. I just want out of that. One that comes to mind is Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones. That's a very good card, see, the Sword. I don't know. It's Sword, Feast, and Famine. I think that's the name of it. I would love to have that just for my binder, personal collection. So it really just comes down to what you want to buy. When you have the money to buy it, are you able to just rebuy a box? And so I think that's where it really comes down to me for me is, would I buy it again? And the answer is yes. I would definitely buy all 3 of these boxes, and I would be satisfied with all 3 boxes. I'm really heartbroken about the whole Dominaria Unite. It just really wasn't there, and it's really surprising. I figured it was still my favorite. I just talked about it like a week ago to one of my friends, Trivial Encounters. Me and him, he was talking about it. And I was like, yeah, that's a really good set. And I would think about buying it again. And then the day it just hit me, I'm like, if I had the money, and this was the question I asked myself, if I had the money, what set I've previous opened would I go back and revisit? And I'm like, of course I will, Dominaria. And I start looking at them, and I'm looking at the cards and all that stuff in this set, just to realize I just need to buy that one card and I'll be satisfied. So, was a really surprising moment just to realize I ain't won't buy that set. Maybe a pack or two, I always got to keep up the dream of pulling the Shieldred. I'll eventually pull it, but I just don't know about just opening up a whole booster box again. Maybe a pack or two here and there when I have the extra money. But booster box of Ixalan, I would definitely want to buy that. And yeah, so it really did beat out. Ixalan beat out Dominaria. And that's the funny part of it. It did. Barely. I mean, it really barely did. I mean, it could have been a Phyrexian I Will Be One, but it beat it. It beat out for the second. And Outlaws just took the cake. So, that's my list. So, if anybody's watched up to this point, what is your booster box? You don't have to give 3, but what would be your booster box? If you had the money, you could go and pick up. Put that in a comment. I mean, I would like to know, is one of my 3 on that list? Or would it be Wilds of Eldraine? I don't think really many people like Murders of Merlin Manor, but if that's on there, the comment below. So, yeah, I mean, I did not see that coming. I really did not. My list. So, for an end cap to this, 3rd place, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. That's 3rd place. That's the bronze. 2nd place has to go to Phyrexian I Will Be One. And 1st place, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. That's my list in summer of 2024. I'm going to rebuy. That's what I'm rebuying. So, have a good night and out.